Hi, it's Dan. You're going to hear some issues with Devin's audio in this. We used the Craig for his audio, and it doesn't sound very good. He cuts out a lot. Ultimately, I think he ultimately wasn't able to play a huge part in the episode due to his recording quality. Thank you and goodbye. Welcome, poltergeists, ghouls, and non-boonaries. This is the Halloween special for the Sonic Shuffle. I am Dan, the teacher.
Ooh. I'm Morg, the haunted student. Ooh.
Whoa! I'm Devin, the other haunted student.
I'm Jordan. I'm one of those slime students from Bloodborne.
Hey guys. I'm Sarah.
Hey.
You're the living Sarah.
Yeah, I'm just like a regular alive person. I might be like a Ghostbuster later in life, but currently I'm just kind of a regular alive person.
I love you, alive girl.
Sarah the alive
I
girl.
love my alive friend.
Morgan, I think that's the second time you've referenced that in like as many days, and it's made me howl with laughter every time.
No, I did not reference that. Absolutely not.
And...
Oh, I just remembered what that was.
Okay. Sorry to immediately take us on a tangent, but did y'all ever see the text that were released of oh my god, the text of Tiger Woods cheating on his girlfriend, or with one of the girls he was cheating on his wife with?
No.
No!
Not.
Yeah, how did that how did that go?
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the texts. Hold on.
I'm pulling up the receipts.
Here we go. So this is Jamie, one of the girls that he cheated on his wife with. Taking a break from okay. If we hang out on Sunday, we can watch Desperate Housewives again. Haha, Tiger. Oh god. Jamie, take a break from Jamie, take a break from watching boring old golf. Jamie, I mean the amazing sport of golf. Jamie, brackets, more than an hour later. Babe, I was kidding. Tiger, I know sexy.
I know sexy, haha. Aha!
I'm not
You're
mad.
so sexy,
baby,
uh-huh.
you're so sexy. Let's watch Desperate Housewives.
On Sunday.
On Sunday.
Sunday.
Okay, so we're reading Sonic.exe, the original story. Just a note, I have had this idea for a very long time, and I can assure you this has nothing to do with Nana Roy's Nightmare in Era. In fact, I will probably be on Nana Roy's Nightmare in Era to discuss this again someday.
You have by my opinion, you have the legal authority to do Sonic.exe.
The only person who has more legal authority than you is, like, Slow Beef, in my opinion. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the quintessential Sonic creepypasta.
Yeah. Prior to this, I think the big one was the Tails doll stuff.
Tails doll.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I forgot about Tails. Like, so much, almost all of my creepypasta knowledge besides Ben Drowned and normal porn for normal people is, like, entirely based on Slow Beef's House of Horror.
I don't know normal porn for normal people.
It was not a really big creepypasta, but it's one that, like, always really, like, it really disquieted me in a way that I have a hard time. It's something that I would like to talk about on Nightmare in Era, because Nightmare in Era is for funny things.
Yeah.
This isn't funny either, it's spooky!
Yeah. I think part of the reason this got big was like someone made like mock-ups of this what was described in the story, and that probably helped a whole lot because actually it was probably very easy to do because this story really likes describing in detail exactly what to do. ROM hackers, please take note. Please make this a real game.
Well, I think one of the things that would probably have helped this story get popular is that an obscure YouTuber by the name of PewDiePie played that ROM hack at one point.
Oh.
And I'm looking
Who?
low numbers of 11 million views on that one. So
Oh.
I hate to hear it.
Awful.
You hate to see it. I mean,
That
to
makes
be fair.
sense. It was definitely during the height of his era, I suppose. Let's...
I'm sorry, Biffy. If you play the Sonic.exe ROM hack game and get scared and scream on the camera, you're a fucking loser, and I want to stuff you in a locker for being a baby.
Wow. Way to be.
It's not scary. It's Sonic.
It's so scary. Ooh.
Bloody eyes.
Listen, you know what else isn't scary? The movie The Boy. And you know what movie made me jump still? The movie The Boy.
Hyper realistic blood.
Was Salim in it?
Salim was not in The Boy, sadly.
I would have jumped if I was watching The Boy and Salim showed up, and I'd say,
That's-
"There he is. That's the boy."
You'd be jumping for joy. All right. I don't want to. Let's see. I think we've gone over like the basics of this, so I'll just start us off.
Who wrote this fanfiction?
Oh, I don't know. I don't actually
The
know.
Sonic himself?
Mystery writer. Maybe.
Oh, it says written by JC the Hyena,
Oh,
our Lord
right.
and Savior.
Jay-Z.
JC the High. Okay, yeah, I see this. This guy's got a DeviantArt page, and
JC the Hyena was killed by Sonic for our sins.
oh my
Blood
god, I
sacrifice.
am looking at. There's like 14 things on here. Some of them are Sonic.exe, but most of them are like cool villain hyenas with huge asses.
No!
With hyper-realistic bloody eyes.
With hyper realistic asses.
God, I can't wait for the next time I'm looking at fat titty furry animals and they stare at me with their hyper realistic eyes and they bleed on me.
Ew.
Remember when Overwatch nerfed all their characters hyper-realistic asses?
Remember how in the base game, zooming with Widowmaker, or no, using Widowmaker ult made her cheeks go out?
No, I don't! Because I never
about
fucking
that.
played.
Widowmaker.
Her alt is
I can't even remember what Widowmaker's alt is. Terrible game.
It's wall
game
hacks.
advice. Oh right, it's wall hacks, and it makes her. And also, Widowmaker had Bayonetta powers, so her gun is made of her own hair, so that when she would use her alt, all her clothes would fall off.
Anyways, I'm uploading I'm gonna upload the GIF to make sure that everyone sees what I'm talking about.
Oh,
So
no.
I need to know.
I hope you all enjoy to see umi's.gif. 1 second.
Where's it going? I'm so scared.
In the mod chat. Here it goes.
Oh boy.
Here it comes.
scared.
Oh, let's see.
I'll have to link this. And
Here we
Here we
go.
are.
Let's see. Oh.
Oh, there was this really good audio post
put
on
a-
Tumblr. There was this amazing audio post on Tumblr where it's
Is
like
this what happens to the president before every debate?
Yeah.
it's like a 3-panel image of Soldier 76 ass inflating, and it's just him. It's a bike pump noise and him saying "powered up."
No!
No, it was like a blowing
This has
balloon
nothing
noise.
to
I
do with
remember
Sonic.
now.
I thought this was a Sonic podcast.
No.
Oh right.
This is a Widowmaker appreciation podcast, but I don't appreciate
Widowmaker ass worship podcast.
Widowmaker ass inflation podcast.
What would that one be called, Sarah?
This is the Sonic Shuffle, so that would be
the Cupid Shuffle.
No, give me some time to think.
The Widowmaker, if you know what I mean.
No,
Super
okay.
Widowmaker? Yeah.
Widowmaker's inflation sensation.
Boo.
Oh. Yeah.
Spider webbing.
Okay. Let me get into this. Actually, let me get some water real quick.
Do you think Widowmaker's
Yeah, you said this is pretty short, but this is like a long ass document.
We're going to be reading it very fast because we're going to be so scared that we're just going to want to power through it. Ooh, it looks like the performance is over. For now.
Remember to hydrate when reading scary fan fiction. Okay.
Sonic is going to be in the next Spider-Verse?
Is going to be in the next Spider-Verse.
Widowmaker's ass.
Oh, probably not. Unless there's like a sponsorship deal where like Peter Parker is playing Overwatch and he looks at the camera and he says like "fuck Hong Kong" or something.
Oh God. Forgot about that. Alright.
This is not the tab I'm looking for. Okay.
Is Dan gonna start it?
Yeah. Author's note. This is the original story of Sonic.exe. I have not edited it in any way. It has since been deleted from the Creepypasta wiki and has slowly been losing popularity ever since it has been deleted. Okay. I'm a total Sonic the Hedgehog fan. Much like everyone else, I like the newer games, but I don't mind playing the classics.
I love how, I'm sorry, just to get right into this, I really appreciate someone who is a total Sonic the Hedgehog fan, does not mind playing the classics.
I like Sonic Heroes, but I guess I'll fuck around with Sonic and Knuckles if I'm feeling a little frisky.
That's my honest Sonic opinion. I fucking love Sonic Heroes, but you would have, there has to be a lot of things that I cannot access before I dip into Sonic 2. But I would not consider, I would not consider myself a Sonic the Hedgehog fan.
I've been playing Sonic Forces, and that's a really great video game. But yeah, I mean, I guess Sonic CD's okay.
Sonic Chronicles, and
Sonic CD's nuts.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever played glitchy or hacked games before, though I don't think I want to play any after the experience I had. ... It started on a nice summer afternoon.
Setting up that horror atmosphere real early.
I was playing Sonic Unleashed. I liked how you get to explore the towns in it. I'm glad he liked that section. I'm glad he enjoys the video.
I'm glad he likes
Sonic
the slow
Unleashed.
sections.
I like the part when the game lags to shit.
I like watching Sonic's detailed transformation into a werewolf.
I don't know why. I like to watch it in slow motion, haha.
Until I noticed, out of my peripheral vision, that the mailman had arrived and put something in my mailbox as usual and left. I paused my game to go see what I got in the mail. ... The only thing in the mailbox was a CD case for computers and a note. I took it inside. I looked at the note first and realized it was from my dear friend Kyle. Let's just call him that.
Kyle XY?
Yeah, my friend Kyle XY.
My dear friend with
Kyle.
no belly
We
button.
call him that because he has no belly button.
Dear JC the hyena, please help. Sonic stole my belly button and he won't give it back.
Whom I hadn't heard from in 2 weeks. I know that because I recognized his handwriting. But what was weird is how it looked. It looked badly written, and scratchy, and somewhat difficult to read. As if Kyle was having a hard time writing it down, and did it in a hurry. This is what he wrote. ... Does anyone want to be the voice of Kyle? This is the only time he says it.
I'll be Kyle.
Okay.
Tom, I can't take it anymore. I had to get rid of this thing somehow before it was too
Wait,
late.
hold on, Jordan. What if Kyle was British?
Hello, Governor. It's me, Kyle. I'm from across the pond.
I ain't got no belly button in
Oh, Sonic's haunting me, he is. I can't take it anymore. I had to get rid of this thing somehow before it was too late. And I was hoping you'd do it for me. I can't do it. He's after me. And if you don't destroy this CD, he'll come after you too. He's too fast for me.
He's too fast!
Way past cool. Please, Tom, destroy this godforsaken disc before he comes after you too. It's too late for me. Destroy the disc and you'll destroy him, but do it quick, otherwise he'll catch you. Don't even play the game, it's what he wants. Just destroy it. It's Sonic's evil test. Please. Love, Kyle.
So the thing is that, like, I'm finding myself, like, maybe this is explained later, and I'm just CinemaSins dinging something that's explained later, but I don't understand how Kyle can, like, go to the lengths of writing a letter to his friend, packaging up a CD, sending it, finding the proper postage, sending it in the mail, and that is somehow more effort than just snapping the disc
put that
in half.
fucker in the microwave. Put that fucker in the microwave. You wouldn't even have to touch it.
I think he just ran up to a mailman and said, "Please, God, please give this to my friend, Tom. Sonic's coming after me." And then Sonic showed up and killed him. But he left the note. It's fine.
The one thing is that no one is faster than the British Postal Service. Not even Sonic the Hedgehog.
Maybe he is the British Postal Service.
He was the
Sonic
British Postal
kindly delivered
Service.
the letter for.
Maybe he delivered the letter.
Sonic, my beautiful blue mailman.
Do you want me to
We
continue?
never get a description.
The only thin blue line. The only blue life that matters.
The only
That's
one.
why I end the show that way. I say the only blue life that matters.
Anyways,
I
we should
can-
let's keep going. We're
Yeah.
sorry, I'm not in charge of this podcast. I don't know why I keep instinctively saying, "All right, let's move this shit along."
Yeah. It's cool.
We gotta keep it going.
I'll read the next part. Well, that was certainly weird. Even though Kyle is my best friend and I haven't seen him in 2 weeks, I didn't do what he asked me. I didn't think that a simple gaming disc would do anything bad to him. After all, it's just a game, right?
I'm just a simple southern gaming disc.
I'm
just a simple Kyle.
Now, I ain't no city slicking .iso over here. I'm just a simple gamer.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my fucking god.
Proud of that one.
Anyway, both in the story and to our podcast. Anyway, I looked at the disc and it looked like any ordinary computer CDR disc, except it had a black marker on it written Sonic.exe. Sonic.exe! Because it's all in caps. And it was much unlike Kyle's handwriting, meaning that he must have gotten it from someone else, like a pawn shop or eBay. When I saw Sonic on the writing of the
Hold on,
CD,
can we do that again? But I want to jump in with that one. I just want to jump in with those quotes if I could.
All right.
Sure, the Sonic part?
Yeah, just the part where it says Sonic.
When I saw
Sonic!
on the writing of the CD, I was actually
Makes my audio
excited
bad.
because I wanted to play it since I was a big Sonic fan.
Tom, he's after me. You need to destroy the disc. You've got to destroy it or he'll come after you too. Wow, a Sonic game!
Wow, cool game!
I love it!
Wow, cool song.
Thank you, Tom!
the fucking
I can't wait to tuck into this bad
the
boy.
fucking image of like of Kyle shooting over Tom's head, like you have to destroy it, and Tom just looking straight at Kyle at Sonic. It's like, wow, cool Sonic.
I
Wow,
hope
cool
that
video game.
when Tom starts up Sonic.exe and he sees that it's one of the classics, he turns it off and says, I don't mind them, but I prefer to play one of the newer ones.
Unfortunately, Morgan, you'll continue.
What if I don't want to?
You're free to. It's not my podcast. I keep doing that.
You're in control here, apparently, Sarah.
Podmeister.
I went up to my room and turned on my computer and put the disc in and installed the game, and when the title screen popped up, I noticed that it was the first Sonic game. I was like, awesome! Because, like I said earlier, I liked the classics.
No, you
I
didn't.
differ from the
No!
classics.
The first thing I noticed...
Difference.
They're
I don't mind.
fine.
Fucking someone over here.
The first thing I noticed that was out of place was when I pressed start. There was a split second when I saw the title image turned into something much different. Something that I now considered horrifying before cutting to black. Anyone want to continue from here, or
Yeah,
should
I can pick it up.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I scrolled up to look at the image that he's describing.
Yeah.
I remember what the image looked like in that split second when the game cut to black. The sky had darkened, the title emblem was rusted and ruined. The Sega 1991 was now instead Sega 666.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, that's cool.
And the water had turned red like blood, except it looked hyper realistic. And I can just say, I'm looking at the image. Maybe the blood looked a lot more hyper realistic in Tom's version of this game, but this really just looks like they chose like they went from 255 to 0 on blue and just turned that all into red.
Well, this,
Yeah, it looks like shit.
Oh, it does actually say hyper realistic, doesn't
does.
it?
Yep.
this is an art
But the
interpretation.
freakiest thing that was in that split-second frame was Sonic. His eyes were pitch black and bleeding with two glowing red dots staring right at me! And his smile had stretched wider up to the edge of his face. I was rather disturbed about that image when I saw it, though I feared it was just a glitch and forgot about it. I would just like to say again that this is a split second that has been seared into his brain for eternity.
Yeah, it's literally this guy saw bloody Gur in a Sonic game.
After it cut to black, it stayed like that for about 10 seconds or so. And then another weird thing happened. The save file select from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 popped up, and I was like, WTF? What's this doing in the first Sonic game? Anyway, then I noticed something off. The background was the dark, cloudy sky of the Bad Stardust Speedway level from Sonic CD, and there were only 3 save files. For someone who doesn't, I guess this guy is a Sonic super fan. I was gonna say for someone who doesn't care for who doesn't mind the classics. The music was that creepy Caverns of Winter music from Earthbound, only it was extended and seemed to have been in reverse. And the image for the save file where you see a preview of the level you're on is just red static for all 3 files.
Oh no.
I don't want to keep being CinemaSinsy, but if someone played a song to you in reverse, do you think you could tell what song
Absolutely
it was?
not. The only reason that the Song of Time in Ben Drowned is remotely recognizable is because it is described as such by Jay Disable.
Yeah, it's also definitely because this person really wanted someone to make a ROM hack and needed to put in as many details as possible.
What freaked me out more was the character select. It showed only Tails, Knuckles, and to my surprise, Dr. Robotnik. Now I was sure that something was up. I mean, how can you play as Robotnik in a classic Sonic game, for crying out loud? That's when I realized that this wasn't a glitchy game. It was a hacked game. Yeah, it definitely looked hacked. It was really creepy. But as a smart gamer, I wasn't smart gamer. Oh, I tried to get through that.
As a member of the PC Master Race, I wasn't scared.
Christ.
But as a smart gamer, I wasn't scared, or at least I tried not to be. I told myself that it was just a hacked game, and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyways, shaking off the creeped out feeling, I picked file 1 and chose Tails when I selected and got started. The game froze for about 5 seconds, and I heard that creepy pixelated laugh that sounded an awful lot like that Kefka guy from Final Fantasy before cutting to black.
I love that
Oh
the
my
Kefka
fucking
laugh
God.
is the evil one.
Do you have to edit? Dan, you have to edit in Kefka laugh
Oh.
every time it comes up in the story.
Oh, I have some big editing plans for this.
The screen stayed black for about 10 seconds, or more. Then it showed the typical level title thing, except the simplistic shapes were different shades of red, and the text only showed Hill, Act 1. Comfortable Hill by...
Hill. Normal hill.
Hold on, did everyone hear Comfortable...
Scream hill zone.
Did everyone hear Comfortable Hill by...
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Just wanna
I
make sure.
ignored
I don't
it.
get it.
Oh, before she died,
Just kidding.
before she died, Coco the gorilla signed "comfortable hole." Bye. The screen faded in and the level title vanished, revealing Tails in the Green Hill Zone from Sonic 1. The music was different though. It sounded like a peaceful melody, in reverse. Anyway, I started playing and had Tails start running like you would in any of the classic Sonic games. What was odd was that as Tails was running along the level, there was nothing but flat ground and a few trees for 5 minutes. That was when the peaceful music started to lower down into slow, deep tones, very slowly, as I kept going.
What if Sonic.exe was just like a desert bus style endurance game for streamers, where you just need to make Tail run across the hill zone for 6 hours, and then Sonic kills you. With
And you have to jump. You have to jump occasionally.
Yeah, and if you go pause to go to the bathroom, Sonic kills you also.
Sonic comes out of the toilet and just kills you while you're shitting.
No, that's my most vulnerable position.
I suddenly saw something and I stopped to see what it was. It was one of the small animals lying dead on the ground, bleeding. That was when the music started to slow down. Tails had a shocked and saddened look on his face that I never saw him have before, so I had him move along and he kept that worried look on his face. My best friend Tails has never looked this sad in his life.
Move along, boys. Nothing to see here.
As he
I
kept
bet
moving,
Sonic's making that face from, Sonic. Tails is making the Tails gets trolled face.
Oh my god, he is!
As he kept moving, I saw more dead animals as Tails moved past them, looking more and more worried as the music lowers and he moves past more dead animals. I was shocked to see how they all died. They looked like someone had killed them in rather gruesome ways. A squirrel was hanged on a tree with what appeared to be his entrails hanging out. A bunny had all
Nasty.
4 of his limbs torn off, and a duck had his eyes gouged out with his throat slit. This sounds like it was just like an episode of Happy Tree Friends. That part was me. That was me. That was not this story. I felt sick to my stomach when I saw this
Christ.
massacre, and apparently so did Tails.
We take sour sips.
Did Tails start throwing up in the game?
I don't know, but
These
after
are
a few
very
more
good
seconds,
graphics.
there were no more animals, and the music seemed to have stopped. I still kept Tails to continue. Wait, did I read that? I still kept Tails to continue. Okay.
Kept Tails?
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
I'll read it.
I was going to pass it off, yeah.
After a minute passed after the music stopped, weird sentence, Tails was running up a hill, and then he stopped. It wasn't until I saw why. Sonic was there on the other side of the screen, with his back against Tails, with his eyes closed.
What?
What? Tails looked happy to see Sonic, but then his smile faltered. Obviously, noticing that Sonic wasn't responding to him. This is in the original video game Sonic the Hedgehog, yes? That's like what the
Yeah.
graphics look
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as this scene plays out, correct? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Just trying to imagine
It's
it in my
remake.
mind's eye. This is HD. Tails looked happy to see Sonic, but then his smile faltered, obviously noticing that Sonic wasn't responding to him, if not acting as if he was totally oblivious of Tails' presence. Tails walked slowly towards Sonic, and I noticed that I wasn't even moving my keyboard to make him move. So this had to be a cut scene, as in a scene that was removed
Wait.
from the original Sonic
He's
game.
playing this with a
Suddenly.
keyboard?
Scary shit.
Yeah, real game. Yeah, he's a real smart gamer. He plays with a keyboard and mouse when he plays Sonic. Suddenly, I began to have a growing feel of dread as Tails walked closer to Sonic to get his attention. I felt that Tails was in danger, and something bad was going to happen. I heard faint static growing louder as Tails was but inches away from Sonic, and stopped and stuck his hand out to touch him. That foreboding feeling in my gut was growing stronger, and I felt the urge to shit. Oh, sorry. I felt the urge to tell Tails to get away from Sonic as the static grew louder. Suddenly, in a split second, I saw Sonic's eyes open as they were black with those red glowing dots, just like that title image. Though there wasn't a smile.
Thought there wasn't a smile.
There wasn't a smile. When that happened, the screen turned black and the static sound was off. It stayed black for about 7 seconds, and then white text appeared, forming a message saying,
Do you want to play a game?
Hello, do you want to play with me? Someone else could take it from
Yeah.
here.
At this point,
I'll take it. Oh, yeah, Devin, you take it.
I was creeped out. I didn't want to continue the game, but my curiosity curiosity gathered me when I was taken to a different level with the level I and this time I was in the Angel Island level from Sonic 3, and it looked like everything was on fire. Oh, damn.
Oh yeah.
Tails looked as though he was
The
scared.
second half, everything was on fire.
It looked like I can't
I
tell.
can't tell. Everything was too bright.
It was
It's
just
all
the pixels.
pixelated.
It
You
was
couldn't
bright
tell.
from the
Also,
fire.
everything was so red, so it's too. It was like as though he was scared.
Yeah, it's red from the hyper-realistic blood.
Tails was so scared out of his. This time, he looked at me. He went out of the area. He was as fast as possible. I was starting to get freaked out by this.
Oh,
I
cool.
mean-
I hate to interrupt, but I can't hear like anything that's being said.
Yeah, I can't hear any. I can hear like one word out of
Okay.
20.
Yeah.
Now you're fine.
Now you're perfectly
Oh,
clear.
Yeah,
Sonic
it's weird.
doubted
What
he was gonna
happened?
Die.
Oh. Wow.
Sonic just caused your internet to fucking shit itself.
Sonic wants me to die. Okay, am I clear? Am I so awful?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was weird.
So Sonic is coming to kill me. I'm starting to get freaked out by this.
Oh.
Nope, gone.
There it goes.
Sonic wants me to die.
Yeah,
Someone else.
Yeah, I'll
You
take it.
literally, like, every time you're reading the story, that's when you go, like,
Yeah, maybe this fanfic is
it's
really
fucking
haunted.
haunted, dude.
Sonic wants to kill me.
This kind of happens all the time with Devin's recordings. That's why I use the local for him.
Yeah, my internet.
Tails looked as though he was scared out of his wits with this time. He actually looked at me and made frantic gestures to me as if he wanted to get out
That
of
is
the...
really funny to imagine.
Hey!
I'm just imagining as if he wanted to get out of the area he was in as fast as possible. I'm just imagining Tails just like pointing in all different directions. I was starting to get freaked out by this. I mean, Tails was actually breaking the fourth wall? Trying to tell me to get him out of there. This is some deep writing. So, I pressed down on the arrow key as hard as I
Damn.
could.
Oh, you're not a real
Hold on,
gamer.
let me just I'm gonna press down on my arrow key really hard. Can you guys tell?
Fake gamer alert.
I'm not
I'm also
mashing,
pressing down.
but I am holding. Also, there is some serious echo coming from my voice from someone else's my speakers, or someone else's mic, just so whoever's editing is aware.
Yeah, alright.
Sorry, I don't know if like someone's not rocking
Yeah, it's
headphones
weird.
or
I don't
something.
hear it on my end, but I'll keep it in mind when I edit. So,
Well, it's not that big. It shouldn't be that big a deal then.
Haunted episode.
yeah. I pressed down on the arrow key as hard as I could and made him run as fast as he could. A pixelated version of that creepy theme when you meet Shadow at the Ark as Robotnik from SA2 was playing. As I made Tails trek through the desolate forest, trying to help him escape from whatever he was trying to run from. I really love the specificity. Suddenly, I heard that creepy laugh again. That awful Kefka laugh. Right after 10 seconds have passed, as I helped Tails run through the forest. And then, I started seeing flashes of Sonic popping everywhere on the screen. Again, with those black and red eyes. The music changed. The music changed to that suspenseful drowning jingle. As
Oh my god.
It starts slow. Dun 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 dun. Sounds like you guys. Sounds like you guys actually dislike the classics as opposed to me, who doesn't.
I'm just imagining fucking Mr. Krabs from that one episode of SpongeBob where he's like, "Oh my god, it's the suspenseful drowning jingle. Every sailor knows that means death."
the suspenseful drowning jingle. As I see Sonic behind Tails, slowly gaining up on him, flying. Sonic wasn't running. He was actually flying.
Sick.
Oh, Sonic can fly. He just needs to go supersonic. He just needs to get all the Chaos Emeralds, and then he can fly.
But he's blue still! That's scary, because he's blue Sonic!
Yeah.
He was yellow and he was flying.
Ah!
The flying pose his sprite was making looked very similar to Metal Sonic's flying pose.
Why do you keep
Sonic
referencing this fucking person?
Because he's a Sonic fan.
He's a super fan. He doesn't mind the classics.
Metal Sonic's flying pose in Sonic CD, except it was just Sonic, and he had that black and red eyes again. Only, paragraph break,
Only.
this time, he had the most deranged looking grin on his face. He looked as though he was enjoying the torment he was giving the poor little fox as he ganged up on him.
Hey, Tails, check this shit out. I can fly.
These are some good graphics for a classic.
Suddenly. Yeah.
Gotta fly fast!
Suddenly, when Tails tripped, another cut space scene, the music stopped, and Sonic vanished. Tails laid there, and started crying for 15 seconds.
This guy has a really great internal clock.
He is real good at this.
Yeah, he's counting so good.
Oh, fuck. A big dog just walked past my house. I got really distracted by it.
A big dog walked past my house for 10 seconds.
And the big dog had black eyes with red pupils!
It was a hyper-realistic dog.
The scene was rather upsetting to watch, and I kind of teared up myself. But then Sonic appeared right in front of Tails, and Tails looked up in horror. Blood started to come down from those blackened eyes of Sonic's as a grin slowly grew from his face. He looked down at the horrified fox. I could do nothing but watch. Sonic has like 10 pixels of mouth.
Sonic?
I keep picturing...
HD remaster.
I keep picturing it as a 3D Sonic because of that.
If you press the like select button on your controller, it'll actually switch back to the classic graphics. It's really cool. It lets you kind of experience both versions at the same time.
But they're not using a controller.
Sonic.exe has idle animations.
Yes, Tails' idle animation is making frantic gestures.
And Sonic's is just smiling. Smiling
good for him.
serenely.
He's smiling, but it's like the face app smile.
I hope that Sonic's grin is just the live action movie Sonic with the teeth before they fix the design.
God.
Oh.
Now that's the scariest grin that Sonic could ever have.
Where the fuck are we? I don't even know.
Yeah, Sonic...
Just in a split second.
Yeah. Just in a split second, Sonic lunged at Tails. Right before the screen went black, there was a loud screeching noise that only lasted 5 seconds.
Only? That's a long
Damn.
time for a screeching
Also, a
noise.
weird way to a weird way to qualify that. No matter what, like I would never say a thing lasted only like if I'm talking about a sound effect. I would not say that it lasted a short or long period of time like that.
Yeah, someone's like, there was a loud screeching sound, and then one of the commenters like, really? Well, how long was it? Crossing my arms.
Not
The
realistic unless they screech for at least 5 seconds.
That's a normal length of time for a loud screeching noise.
The text returned, only this time it said, "You're too slow. Wanna try again?" And then that god-awful laugh came with it. I was so shocked by what had happened. Did Sonic murder Tails? No, he couldn't have. He and Tails are supposed to be best friends, right? Why did Sonic do that to him?
Are we? It's Sonic sees Tails after reading this fanfiction is like, we're cool, right? I thought we were supposed to be best friends.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry, little buddy. I gotta kill you now.
Got it.
My Sonic voice keeps getting a little too close to George Jerkins' voice, and I don't like it.
Gotta go fast.
Sonic the Hedgehog, the
gotta go
sausage. Sonic the Hedgehog is a sausage king.
Who's the Sausage King?
I shook the shock off.
Oh, Dr. Robotnik is the Sausage King.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I shook the shock off as I was brought back to the character select. The save file that had Tails was different. Tails was no longer in the box itself, but in the TV screen itself, which was flickering with that red static. Tails' expression scared me. His eyes were black and bleeding. His orange fur had gone black, and he had an expression of
That's a
anguish.
cool redesign.
Yeah. An expression of anguish on his face.
It's like you
Trying
know
to-
how Sonic Fox has like that alt persona of his that's black and red instead of blue and black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just
yeah.
alt Tails.
Tails
It's
is
goth
not-
That's just
Tails.
Shadow Tails.
Shadow Tails. Okay.
Okay.
Shadow
That's the secret
Tails.
Tails you fight in
Oh,
the...
it's
Ooh.
actually it's a Sliat.
Fuck! Yeah.
If there's a Sonic character that fucks, it's whoever the Shadow version of Tails is.
Absolutely not. Tails is a
a little
child.
boy.
Yeah, but Shadow Tails is a not Shadow Tails. Tails is a child.
Shadow Tails
Tails
is a
is
grown ass
all grown
adult. Just like
No, Shadow Tails is like 25 years old.
He's the size of an average human 25-year-old.
Yeah, he's the size of an average human lover.
holy shit. Thanks for the picture.
Trying to ignore it, I picked Knuckles next.
Knuckles.
The laugh came
I appreciate
again.
how like this guy seems like both deeply upset by what he saw, and then he's just like, well, let's keep going.
And keeps playing. Like
It's just a weird ROM
Well-
hack.
Time to kill Robotnik.
No, it's time to kill Knuckles.
Oh, it's time to kill Knuckles. JC the hyena's like, I've been waiting to do this for years.
The laugh came again, and the screen cut to black again, and stayed there for another 10 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I
Okay.
would just think the game was like broken.
Yeah, is this game fucked
That's a
up?
long
Is this
time.
like a really
It's
shitty
just
ROM
its loading
hack?
screen.
This game's gonna infect your computer.
I would just turn
I'm
it
so
off.
glad I brought this. I'm so glad I brought this stopwatch with me for when I played Sonic.exe.
This time, the level said, "You can't run."
You can't run because I'm way too fast.
can't run. My throat. Why did I do that?
What if you brought Craig into the channel, but instead of not recording, he said, "Boo-doo-boo, you can't run."
Ooh, Craig.exe is a really good idea
Oh,
for a
Speaking of,
creepypasta.
does anyone else have Mario.exe on their computer?
No.
No.
I remember fucking, like, late last year, I think, not late last year, no, this would have been earlier this year, when there was, like, that big, like, the PC port of Super Mario Brothers, or Super Mario 64, and anyways, that's all I'm saying. I have Mario.exe on my computer somewhere now.
I thought there was like a horror
Very cool.
Mario game. I
No,
was
no,
like,
it was literally Mario.exe. I'm trying to find it.
I'm just thinking of I Hate You Now. The one with the sprite art of, like, weird zombie Luigi.
Ooh,
I don't know that
Zombie
one.
Luigi.
Okay. The next level looked much different. It had the ground of the Scrap Brain Zone, but the sky background looked like the main menu. It had the dark, reddish, cloudy sky, but it was the music that creeped me out the most. It sounded like Gygus' scene right after you beat Pokey in Earthbound.
It sounded like Megalovania from that one from Homestuck.
Do, do, do,
Fuck, now I'm just thinking about...
do.
If this was written in 2015, it would have fucking that slowed down theme that plays in, like, the No Mercy run.
Oh yeah, or like Even just like the pacifist run, like in the True Lab or something.
The True Lab.
Oh, fuck, it would be True Lab.
Metaton's theme started playing.
But backwards.
And it was pretty fucking sick. I noticed that the waterfall music was actually just Undyne's theme slowed down.
I also noticed that Knuckles looked afraid, just like Tails did. Though not as much. More rather, he looked a little unnerved. He broke the fourth wall just like Tails, and looked as if he wasn't sure about what was going on, but I made him move anyway.
Fuck you, Knuckles. I wish this level instead of Gyga's theme had just like a version of Pumpkin Hill, but it's like the rap is about being afraid.
It's like
my brain's not big enough to come up with lyrics for that on the spot.
It's like a fucking like Siva Gunner version of Pumpkin Hill, where it's like
it's Pumpkin Hill, but Gygas' theme is the instrumental. It's Neil Cicerega's Fred Hammer, but instead of Nookie, it's Pumpkin Hill.
I wish Neil Cicerega would do anything about Peter Jackson. No, not Peter Jackson. Peter Gabriel's theme.
Huh?
It's a music. It's just a music video that I think about a lot. It's horny.
Okay, I was like, what?
The music video
right.
of Peter Gabriel's Steam.
Oh, okay.
Is that the Peter Gabriel song about PC
No,
gaming?
Fuck you. I'm sending Sonic to kill you.
It's about taking a shower.
Good.
Who's next?
I make lots of steam.
Oh yeah, who wants to go next?
I could go again, I guess.
Yeah.
Since where were you? Were you at the then a few seconds of running?
I was at
then after a
he
few
ran
seconds
down
of
the
running.
straight pathway.
No, we didn't get the laugh.
Oh, yeah,
yet.
yeah.
We
We
have
have
to. He ran down the. Yeah, he ran down the pathway.
He ran down the straight pathway in this dark level, and as he did, the screen started to flicker red static a couple times, and then the maddening laugh came again. Then, after a few seconds of running, I noticed several bloodstains on the metallic ground, because I could see it on this fucking terrible bit game. I felt a growing sense of fear again, thinking something horrible is about to happen to Knuckles. He looked nauseated, walking down this blood-stained road, but I still kept him going.
He walked
Suddenly,
the lonely road.
as Knuckles ran, Sonic
I love that Lil Nas X Halloween song.
Sonic appeared right in front of him with those black and red eyes. Red static appeared again. When the static vanished, showing nothing but black screen with text saying, "Found you." The U's are lowercase.
Gamzy.exe.
You know what? I need to come clean. So I had a. Does anyone else in this motherfucker remember Pester Chum?
No.
Slightly.
I've heard.
I know what it is.
I have been dating a reformed Homestuck fan for many, many years, so I'm aware of it secondhand.
Pester Chum was a Homestuck Homestuck themed / based instant messenger app, and you could program it to give you
Give
have
you
it do
quirks.
typing quirks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one that I'd had, opposite cased all of my U's. My name on Pester Chum was Bumpy Failure, and my lowercase U's were uppercased, and vice versa. So I wrote
Hey
this.
Sarah, can I just tell you something? That's really
Thanks.
cool.
I kind of love it, actually. I was now scared. Sonic found Knuckles already? What was going on? Anyway, red static came again, and then I was back to the level. Knuckles looked like he was panicking, and Sonic was nowhere to be found. And this time, that high-pitched squealing from Silent Hill 1's final boss was playing.
This guy is a pro at clocking video game music.
Yeah, what the
I
fuck?
know, this guy... And then the theme from Sandship from Twilight Princess, or from Skyward Sword started playing, and then it was the weird noise that plays at Dodongo's cave.
And then
happened.
Father Gascoigne's theme started playing, and oh my god, that's Chris Jericho's music!
Fucking rad.
Coming in with the chair.
I become Sonic in my
The fucking
mind.
glass shattering sound effect. Stone cold.
Wait, what is that? Is that the sound of a coin? It's Kazuchika Okada!
Oh my god, he's here!
Kaze ni Nare starts playing and Minoru Suzuki takes to the stage.
Was this some kind of
is that
boss battle?
Is that Deku's theme? You say run from My Hero Academia?
Oh my god, is that Departure?
Every video game character. Oh, Killua would fuck up Sonic for sure.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a secret ending to this story. The hidden ending is that Sonic takes off his mask and it was just Killua the whole time.
God damn it.
Man, Hisoka versus... I know everyone hates Hisoka, but can we all agree that Hisoka versus Sonic.exe is a great fight?
Oh shit.
That's the most
Sonic would
twisted fight
lose,
I've ever heard of.
probably. Where the fuck? Oh, was this some kind of boss battle with Sonic? I hoped to God it wasn't, honestly.
God is capitalized.
I hope to God, our Lord and Savior God. It wasn't, honestly.
Sonic, please become Catholic.
Sonic become Catholic. Suddenly, Sonic appeared right behind Knuckles in what appeared to be pixelated black smoke. I made Knuckles turn around and punch Sonic, but Sonic vanished in black pixelated smoke. Why am I repeating myself? Before I could even land a hit, that terrible laugh went off again. Then Sonic appeared behind Knuckles again, and then I made him punch again, and then I punched again, and then I missed, and I punched again, and I missed.
And I punched again, and I punched again, and said, how do I get back there to the
How do I get back there to the place where I fell asleep inside my nose?
I punched again, and Sonic vanished again laughing, Knuckles panicking even more, and I felt like I was going crazy. Sonic was practically...
I need to say something.
Yes.
Say it.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not play Sonic 3 and Knuckles very much. The only Sonic games I
No,
remember
I didn't
the only Sonic games I remember playing with Knuckles in them were the advanced ones. Did Knuckles have a punch button in Sonic 3 and Knuckles?
No.
Okay, he just knew Knuckles had that capability. Okay,
Well, this is Sonic
continue.
EXE.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, hey, they're playing...
he's got
This is not your average everyday Sonic
he's got
game.
pointy knuckles, so he can punch, of course.
No, listen, I know he does punches. I'm just saying, like, Tom just instinctively knew there was a punch button for him.
Well, this isn't.
He just
This
knew.
isn't Sonic 3. It's Sonic DX.
He knew he could intuit it.
Game.
I mean, he's played all the Sonic games. He's definitely played the Sonic Advances.
He prefers the newer ones.
He prefers the new ones. He's
Listen,
fine with the classics.
I'm staking my claim, and this might get me shouted off this podcast. The Sonic Advance is everything the original Sonic games wish they could be. The trilogy of Sonic Advance games absolutely obsolete any need anyone would ever have to play the originals.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I'm on a Sonic. I respect everyone on this podcast. I wanna just lay it down. I don't like Sonic. I've never liked Sonic, and I think Sonic is a terrible game series. But I respect my friends who like Sonic.
It's an okay game series. I just think it's original.
I don't even like the classic ones. I think they're all
I
not
do think
very
the classic
good.
ones are kind of bad. I think the core game design is not great.
Oh, actually, Sonic Mania
So,
whips ass. Though.
I will say,
that's
as
the
much
good
as I
one.
don't really like playing the original Sonic games, I do like Sonic as a property a lot. I have a lot of good memories attached to Sonic X was the Sonic cartoon I grew up on. I fucking loved that shit. I don't care
Fuck
if
yeah.
it fucking sucked. I loved it.
It's so bad, it's great.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's
sorry.
beautiful.
Please continue.
It's a great anime. The fuck was I? Sonic appeared behind Knuckles. I think I said
Made
that
him punch
already.
again. Sonic vanished again, laughing. Okay.
Yes! Knuckles was panicking even more, and even I felt like I was going crazy. Sonic was practically playing with us. He was playing a sick, twisted mind game with me and Knuckles. He's a sicko!
He's a freak. Sonic standing outside a window and he goes, yes, haha, yes.
Another cutscene played is
Knuckled.
Knuckles.
Knuckled. I don't know why I read it as
That's what you call
Knucked.
Knuckles when he dies.
Another cutscene played and Knuckled
Knuckles.
fell to his knees, clutched his head sobbing. I felt his agony. Sonic was actually driving us both crazy. And then a split second...
Knuckles, and Knuckled.
Knuckles.
Knuckling.
Then a split second, Sonic lunged at Knuckles and the screen went black with another distorted screeching noise that lasted for 3 seconds. At least.
At least 3 seconds.
Okay, so it's less exact now.
Only 5 seconds first, and then between 0 and 3 seconds.
No!
Or
three
sorry,
and,
it's sorry, 3
three
or more
and infinite seconds.
This noise played for 25 minutes, but the author is technically correct.
Another text message appeared. So many souls to play
Your
with.
phone?
Sonic's texting me saying, "Hey, you up?"
I love you alive.
You playing a game on Friday night? God, you're pathetic.
Are you playing a Sonic game with a mouse and keyboard?
God, you're pathetic. So many souls to play with so little time, would you agree? What the hell? Just what is going on? I started to think Sonic was actually trying to talk me through the game, but I was too scared to think that. Does someone else want to take it from here?
I'll take it.
Alright.
I was brought back to the main menu, and this time the second file box had Knuckles in the TV screen. His red fur had darkened to a ready, a reddish gray.
Oh.
Knuckles is slightly older and stressed out.
He's not
He's
not bloody and red. He's just gray.
Yeah, he's. Man, I'm getting
this
too
is
old
just
for
Knuckles
this
in
shit.
in the Archie comics part where he goes where they go like 100 years in the future, and Knuckles is like dying in a hospital bed.
I've been hunting down these Chaos Emeralds for 25 years now. Like, I'm too old for this shit.
It's gotta be more than 25
His
years.
dreadlocks. I don't know how old Sonic is, and
Sonic
I
is
don't.
like 16.
Sonic is...
No, not his age. I
Sonic
mean how
is-
old the games are.
So,
Oh.
according to Sonic the
dreadlocks.
Hedgehog parentheses movie,
Dreadlocks?
he's 29.
Dreadlocks? Knuckles has dreadlocks?
Knuckles has dreadlocks.
Yeah, that's
a design
Yeah,
choice.
he sorta does.
Here's a controversial question. Is Knuckles white?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Knuckles is literally, not just Knuckles is an echidna, but I think at least someone related to him is dressed as an islander of some sort, so I assume he is
Echidna
also.
from Sonic Adventure
The lady
2,
from
I
Sonic
think. I
Adventure?
can't remember off the top of my
Yeah.
head.
Sonic Adventure 1.
The echidnas are Mesoamerican.
Yeah,
in the
Sonic
games.
or Knuckles is definitely not is definitely intended to be not if Sonic and Tails are white, Knuckles is not white.
Yeah.
Sarah, you just need to understand that you just said the phrase Sonic and Tails are white, and it dealt 100 points of psychic damage to me.
Well,
Sonic
Sonic
on
is literally white in the cartoon because he's voiced by Jaleel.
Me getting banned from the Sonic forums for insisting that Sonic the Hedgehog is
Please,
white.
someone laugh at my good Jaleel white joke.
It was a really good joke.
Listen,
Sarah.
Austin Walker taught us
dreadlocks
all
were
that Sonic is black and he listens to ska.
His dreadlocks were dripping with blood, and his eyes were black and bleeding too. And he had a look of sadness on his face. I began to think that those are the actual characters trapped in those TV screens on the save files, but I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it.
The thing about that line right there that's really getting me is that, and I know we're going super long at this point. I don't know how long the average episode of this show is, and I'm sorry, but I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. That he said something that was entirely a self-professed belief. That's like saying, I started to think that there was a serial killer man out my window. I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. And it's just you fabricated this belief out of whole cloth.
I started to believe that humans could fly if they really put their mind to it. I
started to believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Believe it.
I started
I'll
thinking
never
that I
believe
could be
it.
the next. I started believing that I could be the next Hokage, but I didn't want to believe it. So I shut off the game and took a nap. I took a break. I took a nap. I hydrated. I wish I hadn't, because I then began to have the most disturbing nightmare. I was in pitch black darkness, though I was under the light given off by a lamp that hung high above my head. I could hear the cries of Knuckles and Tails nearby. They were saying stuff like, "Help us!" and why did you give us to him? That's my best impressions of those two characters. And run away before he gets you too. Their cries died out as I then heard Sonic laugh. His laugh, it sounded a lot like the distorted Kefka laugh. I'm now realizing that it was Kefka who was laughing and not Sonic. You're a lot of fun to play with, kid, just like your friend Kyle, though he didn't last long. I was scared and looking around for the source of the voice.
Kyle was a one-pump jump.
Kyle didn't even have a belly button.
Oh god!
Won't be long now.
I just had the horrible realization that you're going to have to watch Kyle XY have sex.
Oh no!
Kyle XY fuck?
It seems like a teen drama with sci-fi elements, so I would guess.
I mean, the characters on Secret Life of the American Teenagers fucked a lot, but we never saw it.
Right,
thank
but
God.
like you were going to have to reconcile with the concept. If they not show it or like dissect it in any way, you are still going to have to entertain that thought for yourself.
Oh, Sarah. I've been doing lots of meditation to prep myself for all the naval play that's going to happen on Kyle.
Stop talking about naval play!
Where was it?
He's not a Navy person.
Won't be long now until you join him and all my other friends. Well, no, he doesn't have one, so he's really interested in
it was
a
joke about being in the Navy.
Okay.
Ignore me. Please continue.
I saw him walking toward me, flickering in and out in several directions. You can't run, kid. You're in my world now, just like the others. Did Sonic ever call people kid? Isn't he a kid?
I guess he would call Tails.
He would
call Tails kid, but I think that's it.
Okay, when he grabbed me and I saw maybe Sonic.exe is an adult. I saw his bleeding black and red eyes, grinning face. I woke up with a fright. Someone else can take it.
After a couple hours, I decided to continue playing the game. I don't know why, but I had to know. So I had to figure out why this was happening.
Kyle is in hell screaming at you right now.
It's like when you're playing Among Us and you're a ghost and you're watching someone. And you're watching the imposter like lie perfectly.
So, can I tell a brief Among Us story real quick?
Fuck.
I was playing with some of my classmates, and there was one person who just kept dying first every time. So I said, everyone who's the imposter has to make an agreement to kill this person first, just to make it an even playing field. And then I was the imposter, and I saw that person. I was like, well, I've got to do it. So I did it, and I killed them. And then what I didn't realize when I popped out of the vent was that there was someone directly in front of this person. So I was like, well, I lost. And then they reported the body and said, hey, Jordan did it. And I said, what? No, I didn't. And then everyone believed me.
What?
It was the most amazing moment of my entire life.
The galaxy brain step there would have been kill someone else and then say, well, we all agreed to kill that guy first, so...
Oh yeah, that was what happened the minute I established that rule. Anyways, that was my amazing Among Us moment. I can't believe I
Among Us epic moments.
Yeah, Among Us funny moments.
Oh, sorry, I was still reading. Where was I? So I turned on the computer, turned on the game, and selected Robotnik next. I still thought that was wacky, playing as Robotnik. But anyway, the level title appeared again, and this time it said ... which I found really freaky. This time, I was in some kind of hallway. Didn't really look like it was from any of the classic Sonic games, though it has the pixelated style. The floor was shiny and checkered, the walls were dark grayish-purple with animated candlelights, and a few dark bloodstains here and there. And there was a...
He's in Castlevania! He's in Castlevania.
And there was a dark red curtain hanging above on the top part of the screen. Every 12 seconds or so, that red curtain sways very slowly, but whenever you're playing the game, you can barely see it move. The music was oddly pleasant, the piano playing a rather sad yet peaceful song. But I knew better. This was the song that played in Hill Act 1, only it wasn't in reverse. Hell of a sentence there, dude.
You mean it was in reverse or wasn't in reverse?
It was not in reverse.
This man?
It was played forward. But when you're writing a creepypasta, all music is reversed by default, so you have to specify when it isn't.
They mean Hill 1. Okay, yeah, I get it.
Not Green Hill, Hill. Comfortable Hill. Bye.
Hank Hill Zone.
Robotnik didn't look entirely nervous like Tails and Knuckles did, but he did have a suspicious look on his face, as if he was just a bit paranoid. He did a little animation when I just left him standing. He turns his head to the left and then to the right at least twice, and then shrugs at me as if he has no idea where he was or what was going on. I can't believe there's actually they addressed my question of, are there idle animations in this?
What is going on?
Even though I was scared out of my mind about what was going to happen, I had Robotnik continue onward.
I gotta fuck up this
He did his
man.
usual running animation. You know, when you beat him at the end of the classic Sonic game and you chase him as we continue through the hallway.
Yeah, I totally know.
Then,
For sure.
Then I'm just imagining him doing the run that he does in the Chow Garden in Sonic Adventure.
Yes.
Then I stop at a long flight of stairs leading downwards. Now I was nervous. Even Robotnik seemed unsure of himself, though I pressed onward. As I led Robotnik down the stairs, I noticed that the walls have gotten darker and more reddish. The red torches are now an eerie blue. Well, why did it get more reddish then? Then we landed onto another hallway. This one was longer than the last one, or at least felt like it. And then we headed down another. Then we headed down another flight of stairs down. This one, much longer, took at least 1 full minute. And then I heard that horrid Kefka laugh again. And then the music slowly faded until it was quiet. As it did, the walls turned more dark red and the torches were a black flame now.
Just laugh.
Smile is giving me a weird look.
Smile's like, what the
As
fuck?
she should.
1 minute? 1 minute down a staircase? This game sounds like garbage.
I know, sweetie. It does. When Robotnik landed onto the third hallway, I noticed he now looked really creeped out. Though he tried to hide it, I couldn't blame him. I was scared too. Suddenly, Sonic popped right in front of Robotnik the same way he did Knuckles, and then red static. The red static lasted for about 15 seconds, and then it showed me a most unpleasant image. The image...
I like how that was said. A most unpleasant image.
I will deliver unto you a most unpleasant image.
Are you experiencing botherations?
Have I coaxed you into a snafu, Thomas?
You are playing my haunted video
I'm
game.
Sonic. My last name is .exe.
My first name is Oglesby, and I'm here to kill you.
Get his ass. The image showed a hyper-realistic Sonic standing in the darkness where you can only see his face while his head and torso faded into black. And when I say hyper-realistic, I mean he looked so real you could actually see the lines in his blue fur, as if you could actually feel the fur if you touched the screen.
Yes! I love this description of a hyper-realistic video game character before they started, giving Mario pores and shit.
And no nipples.
You could see his teeth.
His face. Oh god, he had the most horrifying smile I had ever seen. And that's saying something, considering I saw that image at the start of the game.
It's just a little joke.
Here we go. Here's some good shit. His eyes are wide and black, and once again crying blood, which also looked hyper-realistic. And there were 2 small glowing red dots in those black eyes staring right at me, as if staring into my mind. His grin was wide and demonic. It literally stretched to the side of his face like a Cheshire cat, except Sonic had fangs. Very sharp fangs. Much like the werehog's teeth, except more vicious looking, somewhat yellowish, and from the looks of it, he had stains of blood and small bits of flesh on his lips and fangs as if he ate some animal. I need to say that entire paragraph was 2 sentences.
Jesus Christ.
Not to be a prescriptivist about sentence structure, but dude, sometimes a period is better than a comma.
Thanks, Jordan.
I stared at that gruesome image for a good 30 seconds, never taking my eyes off it. I felt as if he was actually looking at me, smiling at me. That face. It just took 10 seconds for it to etch itself into my brain for good. He's even got a fucking stopwatch taking down how long it takes things to sear into his mind.
It's so
He's
good.
very handsome.
Then
He is
Look at
very
the handsome picture Jordan posted.
What?
Those teeth, they're like Electo from Hades. They're weird, like there's just something appealing about a mouthful of shredded Joker.
I can't tell if you're joking because I do love Electo.
Oh, Electo rules. I'm not joking.
Then the screen flickered with red static again 3 times, and on the 3rd time I heard Kefka laugh, except this time it sounded distorted, demonic even. It went back to the image again, except this time there was the text again, though it was messed up, but it was pretty much one of the most horrifying things I looked at since I had this game. I am God!
I am
Sonic
God.
doesn't believe in God.
You go
Sonic
into your
God.
philosophy class and you're in a Christian movie and the teacher makes you write "I am God" in your
I'm
notebook.
passing.
God's not dead.
Whoever wants to talk next, go read.
All right.
I love Kefka's
was-
laugh, honestly.
I love looking at Kefka being stretched out to an entire YouTube thumbnail. Very, very chungus.
Yeah. It was when I read that message while looking at Sonic. When it hit me, I realized right then and there, this Sonic was a monster. A pure, evil, sadistic, all-powerful, nightmarish, and demented monster. ... And all of his victims, including Tails, Knuckles, Robotnik, and possibly Kyle, are just his little toys.
Not Kyle. Please, not Kyle.
My favorite Sonic character, Kyle.
Kyle the
Myself
human.
insert Kyle the hedgehog.
Kyle the human.
Kyle the friend. Kyle the guy with a terrible friend.
Are just his little toys, and the game is the very gateway into his chaotic, nightmarish world, the very hell his victims are trapped in. Suddenly, in an actual split second,
I checked on my stopwatch.
I screamed as Sonic lunged at the screen, screeching loudly with his mouth wide open to an unnatural length, revealing nothing but a literally spiraling abyss of pure darkness before the red static came again. This is a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare.
Sonic is the spiral confirmed.
Yeah, this is
Sonic says
Sonic
is
says
Uzumaki.
hello, and then jumps at the screen. Hi.
This time,
Sonic says, "Look, I can make anything into a spiral."
much
sorry for
louder
my cat.
and distorted, so loud that it hurt my ears. I yelled and grabbed my ears as the red static screeched for a good 7
For
seconds.
some really for 7 slutty seconds.
I fucking love this. He did a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare.
Why is it a good 7 seconds?
And then it stopped. Do you want me
And
to
showed
continue? I was
nothing.
just joking. I was just-
And showed nothing but black screen. As I sat there, staring at the black screen, one last text came up. Ready for round 2, Tom? The kefkalaugh, now sounding more clear, as if Sonic was right behind me, played again 3 times as I looked at that text in shock and confusion. Then, I got booted back to the main menu, and this time, the third file had a TV image of Robotnik in the same tormented state as Tails and Knuckles. Robotnik's skin turned a dull gray, his mustache drooped and had blackened, his glasses broke, and blood is coming from them, and he had a mere dead-like expression on his face. I looked at Tails, Knuckles, and Robotnik, and I cried a bit. I pitied them for the agony they were going through. They were forever trapped within the game, forever tormented by that horrid hedgehog, and always will be. Then, the computer shut itself off. I couldn't turn it back on no matter what I did. Oh no, his computer broke.
Sonic bricked my fucking PC.
You know what? That's what happened to me. Not Sonic, but like my computer keeps turning off whenever I leave it alone for the night. I'm not sure why. Maybe Sonic is in my computer.
Hey, your power bill's gonna be really high. Turn it off.
But here's something.
My favorite episode. My favorite episode of Sonic Says, where he helps Tails build a gaming PC and then tells him to put it into sleep mode when he's not using it. Tails, that gaming PC is gonna take up a lot of power. Make sure you put it into sleep mode when you're not using
Jordan,
it.
for someone who doesn't like Sonic, you've definitely seen a lot of Sonic, like, media.
Yeah, I just like it.
Listen,
My brothers like it. I
Morg,
grew up in a
Morg,
pro-Sonic
You
household.
were trying to catch this. You were trying to do the tricked emoji to a man who has seen every episode of The Secret Life of the American Teenager.
Yeah, true.
You can't call me out like that.
Yeah, that's very true.
Also, Sonic says, I don't like Sonic, but Sonic says is fucking hilarious. Have you seen the one where Tails is about to smoke a cigarette? It's
Not
We're
yet.
gonna talk about that one day. I know we
Dr.
are.
Robotnik's horrible robot henchman trying to get
Yeah.
peer pressure Tails into smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
There are multiple ones about. There's another one about like not drinking where Scratch and Grounder get turnt.
I feel like there was also one about like Tails trying to climb into a laundry machine. That might have been like something I
Yes.
didn't though. Okay.
How many children's lives do you think Sonic saved with that ad?
I have
At
like
least
nightmares
3
about
with
my
that
cat crawling
PSA.
into one, so like I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
All right. Let's see. I sat there for maybe 25 seconds, horrified by what had just happened.
He's really
Sonic
good
is
at
the-
estimating time.
Sonic is the very embodiment of evil. He tortures people who play his game in more ways than one. And then, when he gets bored, he drags you into the game. Literally drags you to hell, where he can play with you always as his toy.
So
Isn't
this
he bored of
this
you?
didn't happen. Hold on. This didn't happen. Like
You're right. This didn't happen, Sarah. This is a fucking
Sonic did not
story.
get bored of Tom. He did not drag you in. He did not drag Tom into the game. Did not drag Tom to hell, and he cannot play with Tom always as his toy. I know how this story.
Oh yeah, he's just assuming.
I thought he
Okay.
was bored of him.
This is what he thinks happened to Kyle, I think.
If you let Kyle mail a letter first.
Maybe.
And I guess that's what happened with Tails and Knuckles and Robotnik somehow. Not sure. I can't get the game out of my computer. I think it's stuck in there. But at least I managed to turn it back on now.
Why would you want it on?
Hold on. Dan, can you throw to me for this voice? I want to do a fun voice for this.
Alright. After I sat there for 25 seconds, I heard a voice behind me, like a whisper.
Try to keep this interesting for me, Tom.
Okay.
I turned around to see where the voice came from, and what I saw made me scream. Sitting on my bed, staring right at me, was a Sonic plushie, smiling with bloodstains under its eyes.
Took a plushie out of it.
The end. Yeah.
Honestly,
Plushie.
if when I was younger, I probably would have liked to have a scary plushie like that. Maybe not Sonic, but
Oh yeah,
Limited
Morg. I
edition.
can
You can
totally
sell that
Morg.
bitch.
Morg. Sorry to put you on blast for this, Morg, but I can.
oh no!
I can totally
I'm being
see you
put
like
up.
coming to class with like a fucked up Pikachu
No!
plush hanging from the messenger
Oh,
bag that you
yeah.
carried around.
I
Yeah.
totally could see that.
Fuck!
Or like a yeah.
I'm sorry.
God damn it!
Just
Or
like,
like a-
just like it like sitting on the table next to me as we are in physics class together.
No! I stopped carrying stuffed animals to school when I was in like late elementary school.
Damn.
But that was because your teacher told you to stop bringing your scary Sonic.exe.
Yeah,
If you were
I
both
was scaring the
Zoomers-
kids.
If you were both Zoomers, you would have had a Five Nights at Freddy's plush.
Oh my god, you're so
Oh, yeah.
right! I absolutely would have.
Yeah, you would.
Sonic.exe is just the Five Nights at Freddy's of yesteryear.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of.
But Five Nights at Freddy's is weird because they made merch of it, which is so fucking
Yeah,
bizarre.
I
Where's
like
my Sonic.exe
sort of went
bird?
through Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, it would. It was that.
Yeah.
Was that at college, Morg? Because I would not have. I missed that.
Yeah, I mean, I never liked the like. I never got like any media. I was just like into like certain Let's Players. Not the one we mentioned earlier, but
Mark, Darkiplier.
yeah.
You know I had
Darkiplier.
to turn to Darkiplier.
Before he was Markiplier, before he was sadly and tragically
By
killed
the-
by the
LA
street
gangs,
gangs.
yes. And now he keeps showing up in my fucking like YouTube ads for some reason.
As a ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a ghost of AFK Arena or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck.
he's a bartender at
That pink
AFK
must-
Arena, and they're advertising that shit to me all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been getting those ads. I think I sat through an entire AFK Arena out of confusion.
How was it?
Why?
It was incredible. Markiplier runs a bar or something. I don't remember. Maybe he's in the game somehow. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so that was Sonic.exe.
Incredible, incredible, absolutely incredible.
I work of
I'm not
art.
going to be able to
So
sleep
good.
tonight.
It's so scary.
I'll never look at my bloody Sonic plush the same way ever again.
Truly.
I'm just looking at the categories on the Bad Creepypasta wiki, and there is like something that's here that says serial killers, not Jeff.
I mean, there's so many,
There's so many.
Jeff spin-offs. There's,
There's Jeff
people
the
were just
Killer, there's Jeff Gerstmann, there's Jeff
Jeff
Rosenstock,
yeah.
Jeff
Foxworthy,
Sessions,
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bezos.
It's just all
Jeff
about killers named
Bezos.
Jeff, regardless.
Jeff Bozo the Clown, Jeff Kafka the Clown.
Jeff Kafka?
Katzenberg. Jeff Dunham.
I mean, Kefka. Did I say Kafka?
Yeah.
Sorry. Their
Yeah.
names are very close.
I can't wait for the creepypasta Jeff Dunham.
Oh, God.
Jeff Dunham the Killer.
You know he had to done him
Can't.
to him.
Boo.
Mmm.
Boo.
Alright, so why don't we read some asks? We got quite a few.
You're a little quiet, Dan.
Yeah. Oh. Hang on. Maybe that'll help. Okay. So, let's read off these questions. If you want to send in a question, you can send it in response to an ask post on our Twitter, or you can answer at your leisure at any time in the ask zone on our Discord. The Discord is linked in our Twitter and is linked in the show notes of every episode. So, Jasmine Marsh at Pinmon asks, what do you think of Super Mario World hacks that have high level barrier of entry? Did you enjoy Doki Doki Literature Club? Does Sonic have a soul jar that keeps him alive? Is that what rings are?
Oh, there's a... Okay. I don't know what Super Mario World hack. I've never played any. No Kaizo Mario for me.
Yeah, I don't play those. I don't like hard
Maybe
video
Sonic.exe is Kaizo Sonic. The difficulty comes from the part where the game tries to kill you.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
I liked... Okay, so I liked Doki Doki Literature Club at the time, but it's one of those games that I don't think would age as well as, it's like...
Never played it. Only heard of it.
I mean, I think I watched someone play, but
I'm using this as a venue to lay down a hot take that I saw someone else say. If listening to an audiobook can constitute reading a book, which I'm also for that definition. By the way, if you listen to an audiobook, you can say that you have read the book if someone asks. If you have watched a full Let's Play, you can say you have played a game. I'm throwing my hat over the fence on that claim.
okay.
Sure.
Well, then I've played in quotes. I mean, Doki Doki Literature Club is one of those games that is essentially a story anyway. It's not really like it's like a visual novel or something, but it's something that very much shocked me when I played it, but it's something that it does stuff that I'm sure other games have done before and better.
Yeah.
But I just don't know them.
I've never played Doki Doki Literature Club, but some of the stuff I had read about, the way it messes with you, I have heard of it happening in other Japanese stuff. There's this game I heard about a long time ago called Arisu Syndrome that's a horror puzzle game that has shock stuff. there's like a part in it where one of the endings, like the evil like serial killer protagonist like walks in off the side of your like computer monitor to attack their friend. It also had like things with like images where like if a character died, they would disappear from the game files. That's it.
Yeah, it does that sort of similar stuff. It definitely has some like cool concepts, but like I said, I don't know if I would like it now, you know. What were the other? I don't even know.
Does Sonic have a soul jar that keeps him alive? Is that what rings are?
Yes.
What are lives, then?
Same.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like part of a soul. Like maybe he has to collect soul, and then he gets a life. Or
He's just so powerful that.
He's like Scrooge McDuck in DuckTales 2017. He's gone on so many adventures and been exposed to so many magical things. It's extended his life indefinitely. Alright. Gosh Darn Rabbit, at Gosh Darn Rabbit asks, my theory is almost every creepypasta should have ended earlier, usually just by one paragraph. Given that's the case, where can Sonic.exe end for maximum effect?
oh my god, it was so long.
Starts and he gets the disc and then he destroys it and then it ends.
Well, if they wanted to do like a goofy, like if they still wanted to do the like fucking creepypasta thing, like even just cutting off the like fucking stuff with Robotnik is better. You know, it's not great still, but like at least like oh, there's yelling downstairs. Then it's still better with just it's just so long. I don't know. Actually, I'm with Jordan. Ignore me.
I mean, you don't really need the whole bit about the Sonic plush. That's such a weird ending. You could probably just end it at even if I'm in JC's perspective and I'm writing this scary fanfic, I could probably just end it by talking about how horrible Sonic.exe is. Maybe throw in a paragraph about like, whatever you do, do not play this video game or whatever.
The big problem with this creepypasta and with so many creepypasta that are about playing a scary video game is the part where it's like, and then the thing manifested in my house and killed me, and then the fic starts with, hey, here's a really fucked up thing that happened to me, or something.
Right. It's like, obviously you're not dead.
It just turns me into that Tyler the Creator tweet, like, ha ha ha, how the fuck is creepypasta real? Just turn the Sonic.exe off, bro. Just walk away.
Yeah, just turn the game off.
Literally turn the game off. Literally.
Your friend literally told you to destroy the disc and that the game probably killed him.
And, like, destroy it after Tails, you know?
Yeah, it's like, oh, Tails is dead, it's so fucked up. I'm gonna keep playing.
Gosh Darn Rabbit asks, did you really think you could escape my game? Sonic.exe's hand reaches out out of the comment.
Ah!
Oh no!
I'm dead.
Sonic reaches out and gives you...
I'm dead too.
Sonic gives you a kissu.
Sonic gives you a high five.
Weevil Undertale, at Maxi Bajillion asks, what 7 fucked up items would Sonic.exe need to become Super Sonic.exe?
Well, he already flies, so, like, maybe he just already was. You know?
Well, one is Tails, one is Robotnik,
Yeah.
one is Knuckles, one is Kyle, one is Tom.
I know it.
Yeah, it's just all the people he killed.
It's the 7 Chaos Souls.
Wait.
But now I'm thinking maybe he gets 7 pages that he found in a forest.
Is it possible?
Slender Sonic.
Is it possible that that Sonic just has one of the Millennium items, the one that makes Merrick all fucked
The
up.
Millennium...
The rod?
No, Merrick doesn't... No,
Millennium
Merrick
Rod.
does have the rod. That's right. I'm thinking of...
Yeah, but that's not what makes
Yeah,
it fucked up.
there's 7 Millennium items, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's not what makes it
There's a
fucked
rod,
up.
Seven
there's an
items.
eye, there's a puzzle, there's a... What the fuck does Bakura have?
He's got the one that Bakura has.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
Give
got
him the
the
fucking ring.
Yeah. He'd have
Oh,
the
yeah,
ring.
Sonic he collected the Millennium Ring, and now he's all fucked up.
Oh,
Yummy Sonic.
It all adds
There
up.
it is.
Yeah.
Yami Sonic. Yami... Is Sonic.exe a Yami no,
Yes.
Yami no
Yes.
game?
Yeah.
And now
Alright,
we're all in the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, his friends aren't
Alright.
dead. They're just in the...
Yeah, that's... Kyle is, like, trapped in an hourglass that's filling up with bugs or something.
No, it's just sand. It wouldn't be bugs.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That
That'd be
would
fucked
be
up.
fucked up for the kids.
Yeah. Moving on to Discord questions. Flutterdark asks, pick a character of your choice and describe, based on your current knowledge, what their personal hell would be. To make it interesting, try to think of something that would be considered perfectly normal from the views of others, if observed.
Newt from Fantastic Beasts would have a desk.
Oh my god. Beautiful Joe trapped in a library forever.
I'm thinking... Oh, I can't decide. Maybe... Fuck, I can't think of anything. I was trying to think of something for Kiryu, but I'm drawing a blank right now.
Jordan,
Maybe it's a...
you know the Yakuza games. Maybe you could help Dan think of something.
I don't want to come up with a personal health.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm not doing that. I
Jujutsu
love
Kaisen...
Kiryu's hell is just being stuck somewhere where he doesn't have his family
Jujutsu
and
Kaisen,
friends.
Oh.
Itadori going to a revolving sushi restaurant but not being able to eat any of the sushi.
Actually,
Yeah,
That's also Kirby's
Kiryu's-
personal hell.
Kiryu's hell is the Consumer Electronics Show. It's just people showing him weird new technology that he doesn't understand or appreciate.
That's my personal hell too.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
Alright. Devin, you got one?
I don't got one.
Sonic is still trying to kill you, I think.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
This will be weird when I use the local recording and people can actually hear when they're listening. Let's see. Trishura asks, can you feel the sunshine?
Can you feel?
I think that's a reference
Brighten up your
to...
day. Don't you feel that sometimes
Don't you feel the
just start to
sometimes
run
you
away?
just try to run away from Sonic?
Yeah, it's...
That song bangs.
That was from the Tails doll creepypasta.
One day we'll do a Sonic episode of Slap.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought that was like a
Beyond.
different
I think
creepypasta
the winner
thing.
of that will be the lights camera music from Sonic Mania.
That's a good
I don't know
one.
that.
I'm personally partial to, from Sonic...
Hey, save it for the slappers only.
Obviously,
Alright.
it's Escape
That's
to the City. Hello?
Yeah, probably.
City Escape. Fucking...
Yeah, City Escape is high on the list.
Yeah, so... But yeah, that's from the Tails doll creepypasta, which involved, like, the lyrics from the Sonic R song, I don't remember what the actual name is besides Can You Feel the Sunshine. Interestingly, I think, like, in the comics, because the comics are all written by, like, longtime Sonic fans, they kind of leaned into it a bit by making Tails doll creepy. It's fun. Beam the Dynamite, Barrier Trio, asks, which hyper-realistic blood texture are you?
I'm the one on the shiny metallic floor. I'm just imagining a version of this game like the Sonic.exe is the version where like the boundary break guy shows up and he just starts pulling the camera around the environment so you can see like the floor textures.
What if there was a version of this game that also had Sonic Dreams mixed in with it?
Ooh.
Ooh.
And you had to be like the camera head.
You had to feed Sonic until he gave
Well,
birth.
okay.
What?
I was thinking of like specifically like the scene.
Who did Sonic give birth to?
Tails?
Did he give
No.
birth to
I
Tails?
think Tails.
Wait, what?
I think Tails.
I don't remember.
I think he gave birth to Tails.
It's been a while.
Is there a part where you have to tickle Sonic.exe's human feet?
Okay, this has been great, but I have to leave the podcast forever. I'm deleting my Audacity, and I've also sabotaged Craig.
Sarah, I've listened to so many podcasts with you on it, and if that's the thing that's gonna make you stop, I'm going to be mad at you for real.
Have you never? Oh,
Listen, it's because I'm
Have
always
you
the
never
one who
played-
clicked it. Yeah, I know you're talking about the, what is it, with the Dreamin' Kids or whatever?
Sonic Dreams Collection?
What's the name of the guys? What's the company? Not the company, like the collective that makes
don't
Arcade
remember.
Kids, run by Ben Esposito.
Yeah, I know it's Ben Esposito. Wait, the same guy who did Donut County?
yeah. It's the Donut County person.
He made Donut County and Bubsy 3D,
yep,
Bubsy
yeah, the
Goes
one where he
to
goes
James
to
Turrell
Applebee's.
retrospective.
Oh, it's Arcade Kids.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, he also was one of the two people who worked on Tattletale, along with Geneva Hodgson. Let's see.
What a repertoire of games.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
And
Anyways, what I'm saying right now is that your current Twitter username is Tiger Girl Fat Pussy. You can listen to someone talk about a Sonic's foot and not have to
Listen,
quit the
Tiger Girl
podcast.
Fat Pussy. Listen, Tiger Girl Fat Pussy is not a fucking 16-year-old character.
I will say
True.
that I hated those words when I first read them many years ago, but now they're like my cellar door. I think they sound beautiful together.
They are beautiful. Tiger Girl
Yeah,
Fat
It's
Pussy.
just a very pleasing. It's a very pleasing series of 4 words.
yeah.
Is that the last
and-
question?
Yeah, I think so. James the Cat Girl comments, did you know that Sonic Doll blood is actually very useful as a deep stain
Oh, that's
remover?
good. I should
Oh,
get some of that
excellent.
because Smile took a fat shit on my floor, and I haven't been able to get the stain out.
What a legend.
Good for
She's
Smile.
doing the best.
She's doing something.
God, you can't gas her up for these turds.
All right.
She gasses herself up.
Yeah.
Taking a shit.
Okay, so...
Let's fucking wrap this up.
Yeah, we're not rolling for an episode this week. Our episode from last week had an issue with the audio, so
Sorry.
we're probably just gonna have to try to go through that again. Which I'm mildly dreading.
Oh, I have to see Tails and Flake.
because
No!
We get to see Tails and Flake again.
No!
I mean, if we have really good memories and that's seared into our brains,
For about 10
we
seconds.
don't necessarily have to watch it again. But anyways,
I don't want to talk about giant tails.
You don't want to talk about Robin in the aspect.
So let's just take it to the close. Let's have Jordan and Sarah go first since they're our guests. Sarah, where can we find you?
You can find me on all the other podcasts that I do, such as Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, the Leftism podcast made by, for, and of the Terminally Online. You can find me on Fear Baiting, which is my horror movie podcast, upon which we are closing out Schlocktober this weekend. When's this episode going up?
Halloween.
This episode's going...
Sad?
This episode's going... Okay, so we will already have finished
I
our
think-
Schlocktober extravaganza by then, but you should go back and listen, because we had 4 great episodes with 6 great guests, and it was really great, and we did some great movies. You can also listen to me on the Wonder Years, which is my Animorphs reread podcast. You can also find me on Twitter at SunhatZhenya. That's SunhatZhenya.
And you can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/bradipusrex. And if you need to hear more of my voice, you can listen to podcasts. I've got 3 of them, but one of them just ended. So my podcasts are Secret Life of the American Teenager Rewatch podcast called Jergin It. It just ended a few weeks ago. We salute you, Jergin It. I'll stop plugging it on podcasts eventually. You can find that at secretlifepod.com, all 150 episodes. You can also listen to my Yakuza Replay podcast. It's called Like a Podcast, aka Podcast Gago Toku. It's on hiatus because the world hates my co-host and wants him to not have a house.
When is he coming? When is that coming back?
That is up in the air, and it will remain up in the air for as long as it needs to be up in the air.
Died in the war.
Yeah, it's up to
I'm
it's completely
saluting
up
Argyle.
to whoever is repairing Argyle's house.
I can't believe Argyle died twice in the war.
Yeah, Argyle died twice in the anime war. And then my third podcast is the only one I have left now that isn't over is Slappers Only. It's a video game music showdown podcast that I do with Maxi Bajillion of Wow Cool Robot. It's really good. Our newest episode will be going up on Saturday. What the fuck? It's about Animal Crossing and it's good. And we have a super special episode coming up very soon.
Ooh.
So stay tuned.
When is Kyle XY going up? Hello?
Hello?
Jordan?
Yeah?
What?
Dan was asking about
Hello?
your new podcast.
Yeah, Kyle XY.
Oh, Kyle XY. That's another. Kyle XY will start. Kyle XY will start once Sam is ready to start.
All right. Cool.
I'm so fucking excited, except for the fact that I have to pay for it to watch it.
All right. So, I'm Dan. You can find me at a lot of places, and you can find all those places at linktr.ee/Mike_Dawson with a 0. From there, you can find my Twitter. You can find the other podcasts I'm on, which include Pod of Greed, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast, where we have finished Duel Monsters, and in November we will be starting on Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. You can listen to Stranger's Fiction, an actual play podcast focused on one-shots. An episode I was in went up recently where me, Casey, and Violet played Final Bid. It's a really good RPG. I highly recommend it. We played in the Cyberpunk Dystopia version of the game. You can also listen to Disney Minus, a Disney podcast I do with Stephen Marshmallow and Kat. You can, by the time this goes up, our Halloween episode, Hocus Pocus, will have also gone up. And there is our Kodash fee, there is my art blog and my Kodash fee, where for as little as $3 you can order a commission from me. And lastly, there is at Xbox_holiday, where Usher celebrates holidays with Xbox. Happy Halloween, Xbox!
Happy Halloween, Xbox!
Yeah. More, where can we find you?
You can find me at Haunting the Morgue, Haunting the MORG, on Twitter, mostly, but in most places, also. You can also find me on my Hunter x Hunter podcast. Well, I call it Hunter x Hunter on the podcast. Like, not to break kayfabe, but I call it both ways. It's called Departure Lounge. It's your favorite plane-based Hunter x Hunter podcast. And then you can also, well, since Jordan mentioned it, you can also find me on the first series of Wow, Cool Robot. Even if it's been a while since I've been on it. But it's still good, and you should still listen. I think that's it for me, so, Devin?
Alright. And with that, as always, Sonic is real. He is alive, and he is coming to get you.
He is the only blue life that matters.
Happy
Halloween!
Halloween!
Happy Halloween, and good night.